welcome back to the DevOps with us. I am Prashant Gohel and today we are going to solve Terraform task 2, which is create security group using Terraform on the Code Cloud platform, right? So before doing anything practically, I would like to brief you about Terraform and all. So till now we were creating security groups manually in AWS, right? Like navigating to the dashboards and clicking buttons and selecting rules. But what if you want to create the same thing, the same firewall again tomorrow on another account, right? Or in production or for multiple servers? Will you click every time again and again manually, or is there a better way? And that is exactly where the Terraform changes everything, because today we are not just creating the security group, we are building a virtual firewall using the code, right? So this is the next step in our Terraform journey. And now the things start becoming more real, because instead of creating simple resources, we are now defining security rules in the code. Today we are going to create an AWS security group named data center SG, right, using Terraform, and allow HTTP and SSH access. But more importantly, we are going to understand how the Terraform translates real world security requirements into code, and how this approach makes the security infrastructure reproducible, version controlled, and reliable, right? Now before writing any code, first understand that what we are actually building. A security group is a virtual firewall in AWS that controls which traffic can reach your server. In the previous AWS video, we created this manually, but now we are doing the same thing using the Terraform, which means that instead of clicking the UI, we describe the final state in a file. This approach is called the declarative, which means we are not writing steps like first click this, then click that, and all of that, right? So instead we are saying this is how my infrastructure should look, and Terraform figures out how to create it. So now let's start writing the code. So first of all, we'll create a main.tf file which will contain our main code, right? So now first of all we need to specify the provider block, but we are not required to specify in main file because it is already available in this provider.tf file. So basically this provider block is basically a plugin that allows Terraform to talk to the AWS APIs, and region defines where the resources will be created, because AWS is region specific. So now Terraform knows that any AWS resource we define should be created in US East 1. Now finally we need to mention a security group over here. Okay, so this one, a resource block. Okay, so this much is the resource code, right? So this resource block means this AWS security group is the type which tells the Terraform that what we want to create, and this nautilus-sg resource is the name, is the just a local name used inside the Terraform. It does not affect the AWS. The actual name that appears in AWS is defined by the name argument. Okay, so this one will be the data center SG, right? So this will appear in the AWS. So this block is saying that create a security group named data center SG. Now defining the inbound rules for that, right? This two. So here ingress means inbound traffic coming to your server. Now here everything is connected to real networking. Port 80 is used for HTTP, right, for the web traffic. Protocol TCP is used because most web communication uses TCP. Then CIDR blocks, which defines the source. here 0.0.0 defines the entire internet. So this block is saying that allow anyone from anywhere to access the port 80. Now the second rule is for 22 port, which is used for the SSH, which is how we log into the servers. So this rule allows the remote access from anywhere. Now one important thing here is that CIDR blocks is always a list. Even if you have one value, you must use square brackets. Now writing code is just the first step. Now we need to execute this code, right? So open the terminal and just execute the Terraform init command. So this Terraform init command initializes the project and downloads the AWS provider plugins. Without this, Terraform cannot talk to the AWS. Basically, this prepares your directories and downloads the required plugins, right? Now the second command is Terraform plan. This is basically a dry run. Terraform reads your code, compares it with current infrastructure, and shows what it will create. Here you will see that one security group will be created, right? Here you can see the both of the rules also and the name of the security group, right? Here, right? So this step is very important because it prevents mistakes before actual changes happen. Now finally, Terraform apply. This command actually creates the resource. Terraform again shows the plan and asks for the confirmation. Here to type yes, it connects to the AWS and creates the security group, right? And finally you will see something like this. One added means the security group has been created successfully. This confirms that your infrastructure is created successfully. Now connect everything together. Earlier when we created security group manually, we were clicking the buttons. Now we have the converted that into the code. This means you can store this file in a Git, you can reuse it anytime, and you can create the same infrastructure in multiple environments. You can track every change. Now this becomes very powerful in real projects. Instead of saying that open port 80 and 22, you can define it in a code and share it with the team. Now just let's take a real scenario for better understanding. Now imagine a real project. You have development, staging and production environments. Instead of creating a security rules manually in each environment, you just use the same Terraform file. This ensures the consistency and avoids the human mistakes. Also, if tomorrow you want to change something like restrict SSH access, and you just update the code and apply that again, right? Now always verify the infrastructure is created successfully, as we have seen the successfully executed message also, so it is applied successfully, right? So this was all about creating security group using Terraform. So today we moved one step ahead from creating resources manually to defining infrastructure using the code, and this is where the real DevOps begins. Now your infrastructure is no longer dependent on manual steps. It is defined, reusable and version controlled. If you want to explore more hands-on tasks like this, including Terraform, AWS, Docker and DevOps related workflows, you can check out my GitHub repository named Code Cloud Solutions and DevOps repository for DevOps related content, right? And also you can connect with me on LinkedIn, where I share learning progresses and all, right? So if this video helped you to understand Terraform deeply, then do like this video, subscribe to DevOps with us, and next we will go deeper into the next infrastructure automation. So thank you for watching.